Hi. We're here. So, real definition of ignorance. This blew my mind pretty wide open when I first came across this concept from the Vedas. And it is this idea that ignorance is not the absence of knowledge. Ignorance is ignoring what we know. Just gonna let that mic drop for a moment. Ignorance is not the absence of knowledge. It's ignoring what we know. Ignorance. In order to ignore something, we must first know it. And where this gets a little tricky is that so often we're looking externally for the answers. We're looking to our mind to validate and verify a decision. We're looking to pro and con lists. We're looking to books, to self-help books, to gurus to tell us what we should or shouldn't do. And so often the byproduct of looking outside is that we forget how to listen inside. We forget how to follow charm, which is my way of saying listening to your intuition, taking action on what you know to be true. And I mean capital K, know, this deep knowing inside of you. And here's where this can turn into a spiritual practice, okay? Here's where it is a spiritual practice, is that if we ignore what we know, then that knowing gets louder and louder and louder. That knowing, that whisper from your intuition, that whisper from nature, that's divine guidance, okay? That's nature speaking to you. It's nature giving you your GPS of where it would like to use you to go and deliver your fulfillment. And if we choose to block that voice out of fear or reason or shoulds or shouldn'ts, then that thing gets louder. The lessons get louder. We move off of our Dharma and we start to experience a bit of karma. Okay, so if you've not heard me talk about Dharma and karma before, here goes. Dharma is like your purpose, your mission, your path in life. And when you're on it, when you're listening to that deep knowing, when you are not ignoring what you know, when you're not ignoring those whispers and those signs from nature, then life flows pretty elegantly. It's like you're on that smooth 5-lane, freshly paved highway, your Dharma, your path. Okay, now when we start to ignore what we know, when we stop listening, when we're like, la, 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 I know what nature is trying to get me to do, but I don't want to hear that. That's not my preference. No, 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 no. Then things get a little rough. They get a little rocky. And we get off the smoothly paved road of our Dharma, and we get into karma. And karma is like the rumble strips on the side of the highway. You know, if you veer off too far and it goes grrr, and that's meant to wake you up before you hit the railing, that's karma. Okay, karma is not a punishment. Karma is not God with a bank account rewarding and punishing people. It's just a wake-up call. It's just an indicator that, hey, we veered off of our purpose a little bit. Life's getting a little rough and rocky. Time to adjust course. Time to go into that deep knowing, that deep listening, so we can get back on the smooth, paved pathway of our purpose, our Dharma. So I've done this. I do it. I'm getting better at it. And meditation really helps. Okay, if you have a practice every day, twice a day, to go in and de-excite your nervous system and to quite literally practice listening to the divine, listening to God, then it becomes much easier to stop ignoring what you know. It becomes much easier to take action on that divine inspiration. It doesn't happen all the time, but there's been something in my life that I have not wanted to be true for a long time. There's been a deep knowing inside of me for a while, and I just kept ignoring it and going, la, 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 la. I don't want that to be true. And life gets a little rocky when you do that. But here's the beautiful part. Once I finally started listening, once I finally let go of my attachment to the way things should or should not happen, and listened and trusted this communication, trusted this deep knowing, then all this other wisdom, all this other stream of information, all this other flow started pouring in. And then life gets even more elegant, even more serendipitous, even more magical. Because here's the beautiful thing. When we listen, when we stop ignoring, and we trust that deep knowing and we take action on it, nature recognizes that we're awake. Nature recognizes that we're paying attention. Nature recognizes that we're taking action on the cues that we're being given. And just like any good boss is going to give more projects, more ideas, more compensation, more responsibility to the employees who are awake, who are taking action, who are paying attention. And it's going to start taking responsibilities and compensation and bonuses and projects away from the employees that are asleep and ignoring the instructions and not paying attention to detail and not taking action, right? So the directive here is stop ignoring. Stop ignoring what you know. I love y'all very, very, very much. It's true. You are loved. You are safe. You are being guided. You are, in fact, love. When we remind ourselves of that, we see that we really can't veer off course. Okay, when we tap in, we move beyond this prefrontal cortex, this executive function, egoic mind, and drop into this deep knowing. It's very hard to veer off your destiny. Okay, and life just gets more and more elegant. So let's stop ignoring what we know. Ignorance is not the absence of knowledge. Ignorance is ignoring what we capital K know. It's time, y'all. The world needs us. Let's get on Team Bliss. Let's meditate every day, twice a day. If you want some help with that, if you don't yet have a daily practice, you can go to zivameditation.com/online and you can enroll in our training. Those of you who have done the training, this is me encouraging you to keep going. Finish the course. Buying the course will not change your life. Taking the course won't even change your life. Meditating every day, twice a day will change your life. It will allow you to stop ignoring what you know. It will allow you to listen to divine guidance. It will allow you to remember that you are love, that you are guided. It will allow you to join Team Bliss. All right. Love you guys. Bye.